Hello mates, my name is Adi. Welcome back to my video series on creating a Power App to search SharePoint document library content. There is no inbuilt functionality in Power App to search the content. So our goal of this series is to build the functionality. Due to complexity of the objective, I'm going to split this series into 3 parts. In the first part, I'll be creating a simple canvas app that searches the SharePoint document library metadata. Metadata means the columns in the SharePoint document library. Let's get started. What you're seeing on the screen is a SharePoint test document library I set up for this purpose. So I have pre-uploaded some 40 documents. There is a count. This count will be using to match our test our app whether we are getting things right. Just for the info, if hope you all know this how I get discount, I will just show you. In the library settings, what I did was just went into the all documents. This is my default view. Here I went down to the totals, expanded totals, and the name column I use the function count. That is how I get the count here. So in SharePoint we got a document library. The name of this is documents, and we got 40 documents in the library already. Let us build a app. So I'm going to start by creating a new app. Click on this new app, this plus button, then click on the canvas app. I'm going with the tablet layout to have more real estate, I mean wider screen. Now what we got is just a blank canvas. So we got the app and one screen by default added. Let me rename this screen as SCR main. I'll be adding a lot more controls to this app as we progress. That is why I am naming the controls to meaningful names so that we'll be more comfortable when we refer back to this. So the next thing is what is our objective? Objective is to search the SharePoint document library. So we need to have a connection to that first of all. So I click on this data tab, and here I'm going to search for SharePoint. So we got it, and I already, it seems I have established a connection. So this is the site, the test site we were seeing here, TSOWL test. So I'm picking that, and this site has a number of documents. Like if you look at here, if I go to site contents, see I got number of document libraries in this, but our interest is this one. So this is what we are going to use. So the name of this is documents. So I'm going back to the PowerApp and select this documents and connect. So we got a connection established, and our connection is documents. This is the one that I will be talking to retrieve the data. Next is we need to provide a user interface for the end user to enter the text that they wish to search. So I'm going to the Insert tab and Input Controls. Click on this Input, Text Input. So as usual, I'm going to rename this as txt search, and default text I'm going to make it blank, and hint text, let's give something meaningful. Enter text to search. Cool, we got the hint text. So next we need to provide a go button whereby the user instructs the app to go and get the documents, search the document library and return. So I am putting a button for this. As usual, change the name of this button to button search, and let us give a meaningful caption to this, is search. And when we search, I want by some means of showing the user how many documents found. So for that I'm going to use a label, and let's call this text say number of labels found, number of documents found. Here this is going to be the collection. We are yet to get that. I will come back to this later. So let's make this bump up this to font size to 15 so it stands out bold. Cool. Now we got the text box to input, we got a button, we got a label to see. Let's put the functionality, search functionality in the button. So when I click on this, by default it comes on select. For some reason, if you don't see that, you need to select this from the drop down, the on select. So here we are going to write a formula to retrieve. To save time, I have already prepared the code. I will just drop that, and then we will walk through line by line the code. So let me pull this bit down. Clear collect is a function that helps us to clear a collection first, then fill the collection. So the collection name is my collection documents. Let me change this to small, collection documents. So this is our collection name, and then we are using the filter function to search the document library, SharePoint document library. So the documents, this is the library name. Then we are going to search based on what the user has entered in the text box. So first we check whether the user has entered any text. So if not, is blank will return true in case of user hasn't entered anything. So in that case we are going to return all the documents found in SharePoint document library. Otherwise we are going to look for the text that the user entered in the name column of the document library. The name column is this one. Let me close this. The name column is the first column. So whatever text being entered, the system will our app will search the name column. So let us go back to our app. So this is what is happening, and in 10 we are getting back the collection. This point what we are doing is we are just creating the collection based on the user input. So let's go back and give it a try, run this. So I am going to enter sample. So enter, well, the number of documents hasn't updated. Why, let's okay, we haven't updated this label text, but still we can check. Before that, let's look at examine the collection if it has created. Oh cool, we got it has created the collection. As it says, it is showing the first 5 only. Okay, we got the collection. So we can update this label text also, and there is a cool function in PowerApp called count rows, and then all I need is to pass the collection created. Cool, we got 10. So the sample has got 10. Now what next? Let's display some of the properties of the document library in a gallery view. So for that, I'm going to the insert tab and click on gallery. Let's go with the vertical. So the gallery is inserted with some sample data, but binding. But our objective is to bind our own collection, that is collection documents. So select that. Let's align this bit. So in this currently the binding is not getting anything. Okay, we know the first column in our document library is name, for sure that is there. So let us bind that to name column. Okay, then one more column which interests us is not this one. There is a auto number column in SharePoint that is called ID. Okay, cool. We are getting all of this. Let us give it a save this. So I'm going to call this as part 1. Okay, now we are ready to run and see. So search has written 10. How we are going to search this in our let's go back to, is there any filtering format? It's not there. So okay, let us check whether we are getting 40 without entering anything. 41. That is something. Oh, I am getting 41. So it seems our this count is not missing something. Maybe I suspect whether it is missing this one. Copy of doc. Let me delete this and see. delete. Okay, it was not SharePoint was not counting the subfolders, whereas our PowerApp had the ability to count even the subfolders. We got one more issue, it is not refreshing. So okay, let us search for something. Say let us search for say magic. There is only one. That is correct. Let us search for sample. Sample, how many we got? Let us search for sales. Sales we got 2. So here if we go through, there is one sales here. From where else it found sales? One more sales. Okay. But there are 3. In that case we should get 3. Sales analysis. Sales, where this analysis is coming. Let's look at what is the ID of that. ID 3 and 5. So let me bring the ID column here. Library settings, all documents. We want the ID column. We need this in future videos. So okay, 5. So maybe it was in the SharePoint hasn't refreshed. We deleted something. So let us go and search again. Still it is. Sorry. So let us search something else. Dry lab. Okay, that is cool. That is only one. So let us clear this and see how many we get. 41. Okay. It's remembering previous things, I think. So we will cover that why it is not clearing. Anyway, what is happening is now we are able to search on a metadata column. So the purpose of this series is, suppose content search. Content means we got, say I got some Excel file, some say PDF file, say I want to search in the essay. We got say principles of let us see, let us search something FA. Okay, let's go back to our app. It's not returning. So why? Because we are just searching the name column, or in the worst case we can include other columns also, but that is not going to solve the problem of finding the documents which contains this word FA. So to do that, there is no inbuilt functionality in PowerApp as of now. So what we are going to do is, in our part 2 of this video series, we are going to build a flow. That flow will pass this text, and the flow will return the documents which contains this word being passed. So that will be our next part, and thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for your time. Take care. Bye.